Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your monthly reading for December. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, feel free to leave a comment down below, as well as hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you, so stay tuned for that. But let's dive right on into it. What's going on with Sagittarius in December? Some cards for Sagittarius's energy in December, please. So this is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge for December. Your conscious energy, your unconscious energy, your past, your future, your attitude towards the situation, energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. I have to say, from just an overview of looking at this, it seems pretty good. For your energy for December, Sagittarius, you get the High Priestess. So feeling very in tune with your intuition. Seems like you have a tendency to follow your gut instinct, and it tends to lead you in the right direction. For what's crossing you or your challenge for December, you get to the Judgment card. So, again, kind of having this feeling of being spiritually awakened, possibly brought on by your intuition, feeling called to do something, feeling like kind of like you are in, like this card says here, all the signs say that you're exactly where you're supposed to be. For your conscious energy, you get to the Two of Cups, so some love blossoming or just a good love relationship in your life at the moment, so that's great. And then in your unconscious energy, you get the Ace of Cups, so a whole lot of self-love as well that you may not even realize. Or just seems like there's even more love around you that you're even aware of. For your past, you get the Lovers. So this seems like it's been a good time in your life for relationships, a good partnership, equal give and take. For your future, you get to the Ace of Pentacles, new financial opportunities, possibly going on some interviews for new jobs, possibly opening up a new business, but feeling very inspired and creative. For your attitude towards the situation, you get to the Emperor card. So having a lot of structure, stability, wanting things to go a certain way, following rules and regulations. For the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, you get the Hierophant. So definitely feel like you're on a more traditional path, a more traditional relationship. This could even be you taking that relationship to the next level, maybe going down the path of marriage. But we'll clarify. For your hopes and fears, you get to the Nine of Cups. Emotional fulfillment, emotional stability, wishes coming true. Maybe possibly afraid of that as well. Afraid of gaining all of this stability and happiness, and then fearing losing it. For the possible outcome of the situation, you get the Nine of Wands. So there's always obstacles in our way, always hurdles that we have to overcome, but being aware of the fact that that just makes us more resilient, and being able to overcome those obstacles makes us stronger. So great energy. Let's get into the clarifications. We'll start with the High Priestess. For your energy in December, Sagittarius. Okay. For the High Priestess, you get to the Nine of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Fool card. Yeah. So I feel like your intuition in the past and currently has led you down like really good financial opportunities, has led you to really good financial opportunities. It seems like you have a good financial standing. It's also brought in a lot of success otherwise, little small achievements along the way. Things that have been celebrated for you, small accomplishments that are kind of bring people together to celebrate your success with you. I feel like at the moment you're trying to have some sort of new beginning. There's something that you want to tackle, a new project, a new idea that you have. That's why the Fool card is here. So again, trying to listen to that intuition to, again, lead you in the right direction. Let's clarify the Judgment card for your challenge in December. Okay. For the Judgment card, you get the Emperor, the Seven of Cups, the Three of Wands. Okay. Yeah, so again, being very regimented, having like a specific checklist for how you want things to go. Seems like you have a plan and you are implementing that plan, but at the same time you are being aware of the opportunities that are around you. So trying not to, like, you have a plan, but also being aware of on this path to this plan, you may pivot into a different direction if it seems like it's better for you, if your gut instinct leads you in that direction. And then also with the Judgment card, being aware that if you do pivot or whatever actions you take will have consequences, so being cognizant of that on this path forward. But definitely on this path, not wanting to miss out on any opportunities by being so focused on one specific goal. Let's clarify the Two of Cups for your conscious energy. Okay, so for the Two of Cups, you get the Ten of Cups, the Lovers, the Judgment card again. Alrighty, so definitely I feel like this person that you're in a relationship with, you guys are making decisions together, planning things together. I feel like you guys want to take the next step and possibly maybe, get engaged, get married, start a family. Again, being cognizant of the fact that whatever move one of you makes, it also impacts the other. So kind of being aware of that moving forward. But just this overall feeling that you guys feel spiritually connected to each other, and you guys feel confident that you guys are always looking out for each other at the same time. So that's a great energy. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups for your unconscious energy. Okay. For the Ace of Cups, you get the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords. Okay. Interesting. I feel like on the surface, things always look so good with you. Like, you're very financially stable. You've got a good balance between your head and your heart. You're very, Temperance card is your card. It's all about doing things in moderation. At times, though, I feel like there's a little part of you deep down inside that may be a little hurt still by something that happened in your past. And sometimes out of nowhere that can come up. And instead of addressing it, I think you kind of stuff it down inside until it resurfaces again. But there's a whole lot of love in that. I think it's just like a feeling that needs to be addressed, so it's not such a reoccurring thing that happens for you. Yeah, interesting. Let's clarify. I feel like this love that you have is so good. And that can maybe even be triggering for you at times, because maybe you had a relationship at one point that was kind of like similarly felt really good, and then out of nowhere it ended. So I feel like you may be a little afraid of that happening with your current situation. but again, kind of stuffing that feeling down inside, not addressing that feeling or expressing that to your partner. Let's clarify the Lovers for your past energy. Okay. For the Lovers in your past energy, you get the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, the Tower card. Yeah. So I feel like this is the Lover's energy that kind of brings up that reoccurring feeling for you. That fear of loss, of abandonment, of pain. I feel like you worked really hard on this relationship in the past. You devoted a lot of time and energy into it. You gave them a lot of love. But for some reason, it just didn't work out, and I feel like it crumbled very quickly for you because it just wasn't built on a solid foundation. You may have been putting in a lot more effort than that person was, and ultimately it just kind of didn't work out with the Tower card there. So I think you may carry this a tad bit into your current situation. That's why it's showing up here. Let's clarify that Ace of Pentacles for your future energy, Saggy. Okay. For the Ace of Pentacles, you get the Hierophant, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of earth energy there. I don't know if you're tied to an earth sign. Hierophant could be representing a Virgo in your life, or just, again, taking a more traditional path, devoting a lot of time and energy into something. This could also represent a mentor coming into your life, showing you the tricks of the trade, if that's how you say that. But ultimately, this is like a great financial opportunity for you that you are aware of and you are devoting a lot of time and energy into, but also being aware that you have to be patient, and so you can see the fruits of your labor in the future from that. Let's clarify the Emperor for your attitude towards a situation. Okay, for the Emperor, you get the Five of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Five of Wands. I feel like you can be a little thrown off when something doesn't go according to your plan, when you maybe skip a box on your checklist. This could also represent maybe having some conflicting ideas of how you want things to go. Maybe you and your partner disagree on some things, and those disagreements can bring about some fears of abandonment, fear of losing them, but at the same time you are so adamant about your own thoughts and opinions that you, when your partner speaks to you, you may kind of tune them out a little bit because you think your way is the best way. So kind of trying to balance out what you guys both want in order to find common ground, and kind of both have to compromise in some situations, at least trying to be aware of that. I feel like that's something that you are kind of struggling with. Let's clarify the Hierophant for the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of. Okay. For the Hierophant, you get the Seven of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Nine of Wands. I feel like you or somebody in your life is taking some time to kind of really reflect and view things from a different perspective. Intentional procrastination in order to try and figure out how to tackle these challenges that may kind of be in their way or in your both of your guys' way, or if this is you trying to figure out how to strategize together to figure out how you are going to overcome these hurdles, possibly not even hurdles that are happening right now, but hurdles that may possibly come up in the future for you. With the Seven of Swords here, there's some sort of deception as well. Maybe you are coming up with a bunch of different problems that could happen in the future for you that aren't really grounded in reality. So kind of just thinking up worst case scenarios all the time, and how, if that happened or if that happened, how would you overcome that? Or if you could overcome that. Let's clarify the Nine of Cups for your hopes and fears here, Saggy. Okay. For the Nine of Cups, you get the Five of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Cups. Okay, the first thing that hit me when this came up is fearing giving somebody so much love, giving them your all, and them kind of taking advantage of that. And kind of not appreciating your efforts, or also caring for your heart as much as you care for their heart. But at the same time, having that desire to want to give somebody your all, to be vulnerable with somebody, and also get that in return. That is what you ultimately want and desire, but fearing that you'll give your all and you won't receive that in return. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands for the possible outcome of the situation for you. Okay. For the Nine of Wands, you get the Magician, the Four of Swords, the Ace of Swords. Okay. So kind of realizing that a lot of problems that do come up for you, you kind of manifest for yourself sometimes. In order to prevent that from happening, gaining some mental clarity and realizing that there is some healing that you do need to do that may have happened from your past or your past from long ago. But being aware that it is okay to take a break sometimes to really rejuvenate yourself and do some healing that needs to be done, so you don't kind of manifest these problems for yourself that wouldn't be there otherwise if you were fully healed. Let's get a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you. Card for Sagittarius in December, please. The Fall. Read a little bit from here for you. I could find the page. Almost there. Okay. Let yourself fall. Sometimes we have to let ourselves fall in order to kickstart the process of transformation to which we've now committed ourselves. We have to let go of old ways of thinking, of old limits, to let the old ways die to make room for the new. Because once you've stepped across that threshold, it is for sure a severance, a kind of death. You can never go back to where you were before. There's no question that it's hard to fall forward into the wind, to let yourself topple off the edge of all that's known and familiar, even if that old life isn't serving you. It's a big step, this first movement towards wholeness, It means leaving behind the safety of familiar social structures and supports. It's a massive letting go. But these are edge-dwelling days, and if we want to live up to them, we must stand there consciously, aware of the troubled times and the endangered planet, and then of our own volition step out across this first threshold. That's nice. Well, that is all I have for you for the month of December, Sagittarius. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.